Devil may cry.
Okay. That was a good one. Sick!
Shall I entrust it to him?
Party time! Get relax.
Oh, what's up, man?
Too easy!
I just installed like a dozen more mods for this.
Not so fast! Okay. That was a good one.
Should I think about it? I hope they show more.
Go to hell. It's over. Too easy. Party time! Too easy! Not so fast! Good. Oh, relax. Lights Party time! Okay. That was a good Go to hell. Go to hell. Get lost. Go to hell. Too easy. Not so Good. Go to hell. Relax. Real good. Go to hell. It's party time. Okay. Get slash. Get
I'm just glad the game exists. I'm glad I'm gonna get to play it before I'm a senior citizen. I just hope it's better than 2.
Too easy. Not so fast.
Please be better than 2.
Oh, relax. Go to hell. Too easy. Party time. Get lost. Okay. Go to hell. Slash time. Alright! Not so fast! Too easy! Party time! Oh, relax. Now you're weak. Sick! Okay. Sick! Get too easy! That's not so party time! Lights out! Oh, relax. Silence. Okay. That was a good one. Don't act sick! Too easy! Not so fast! Now you see. Real before. Check. Don't rule before. Check. Party time! Oh, relax. Sick! Jackpot!
Yes, I installed a Johnny Young Bosch announcer pack. I installed a bunch of mods. I'm just trying them out right now.
Too easy! Not so fast! Party time! Okay. That's a good one. Hell yeah! Jackpot! Slash! Go to hell!
Hell yeah. I'm having fun with this.
Good. Oh, relax. Sick! Jackpot! Kissing goodbye! Too easy! Alright! Not so fast! Go to hell! Party time! It's over. Okay. Hell yeah! Not so fast! Party time! Get more! Flash! Hourglass! Brand!
How do I feel about the summons? I think they look really gimmicky. But I hope it won't be as bad as Umber and Climax. The problem with Bayonetta 2 is like, that's how they wanted you to fight stuff. That was like the only way you could fight certain things. And it just got repetitive. I hope it's nothing like 2. I hope it's more like the first game, but, you know, updated. I hope it's nothing like 2. 2 was good for like 2 playthroughs. That's basically it. What's my specs? RTX 2060, i7 9700K, and I have an NVMe drive I have the game installed on. It runs really nice, 120 FPS.
Not so fast! Party time! Oh, relax. Sick! Stop yourself. Down. Go to hell. It's
I wouldn't call it solid. It's kind of like not that great anymore, but for the games I play, it works pretty well. But I also run my games at 1080p, even though I have a 1440p monitor. Just for the performance.
Go to hell. It's over.
Ah, alright.
Not so fast! Okay, okay. That was a good one. Too easy! Party time! Oh, relax. Go to hell. Party time! Get one! Slash! Not so fast! Get one! Okay, okay. That's a good one.
There's no time.
Too easy! Party time! Oh, relax. Get one. Alright! Not so fast! Okay, okay. That's a good one.
Yeah, I just spent like an hour installing mods for this too. What's up, bro? What are you doing, sir?
Not so fast! Party time! Flash! Get too easy! Now...
Just chilling after my kitty sitting job.
Go to hell!
Miss Groupie showed up today. She showed up late, but she showed up nonetheless. Sometimes she doesn't want to come in, I don't know why. She just kind of barged in the cat door and sat with me for an hour. She went out again. I don't think she likes the kittens. She tolerates the kittens, but when they piss her off, she just leaves. Just pretty pretty common thing to do for a tired adult. We don't know how old Groupie is. She's got to be at least 5, 6. She might even be a senior cat. Just kind of showed up one day and the city got her fixed. She kind of hangs out with us now. They didn't tell us how old she was.
Not so fast! Party time! Okay, okay. That was a good one.
I found some, I'm just not messing with them right now. I wanted to test all this stuff out first. So modding this game, sometimes certain things conflict. I have a bunch of them, I'll probably install them a little bit. I'm having too much fun right now.
Slash! Party time! Okay, okay. That's a good one.
Let's see if the Nero mod worked. Oh yeah, it did. That's actually a costume from Pinnacle that they took. Really nice looking. I don't really think it fits Dante. It's really nice for Nero though. That's one of the costume mods I installed.
Not so fast! Baby!
Alright, that worked. There's some mods for Dante too. That looks nice.
Too easy. Rev it up.
Alright, fine. We'll put on a Virgil mod. Hold on. I'll put on a Virgil mod. I gotta back out of the game first. I had a couple to choose from. I guess I'll install one because you asked so nicely. Let's see, where did I put it? My download folder is full of mods because I've been working on this on and off all day between jobs and stuff. Alright, I've got 2 to install. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna pick a favorite here. Where did it go? Everything seems to be working. I haven't had any problems. The mod manager actually does tell you when things are going to conflict with each other, so you can choose which one you want to turn on. Alright. This is from the guy that does all the, he does all the tokusatsu mods for this game. That's like the only thing that he does. Alright. Wanted to try 2, actually. Let me see if I can find the Pinnacle of Combat Virgil. So I really like that. Let's grab that one, too. The Pinnacle of Combat has some really kick-ass designs. I'm glad that people figured out how to rip them from the game. Really nice costumes and stuff. I hope someone puts the DMC2 Dante. I hope they put that. Actually, they may have already. Oh, they did. Huh. Well, let's kill that other mod. I'm gonna put this on. Yeah, someone actually did rip it. Alright. Yeah, all the weapon mods are there too. I don't really care about those. You don't really notice it when you're playing. A little bit excessive to mess with that stuff unless you give him like Cloud's Buster Sword or something. You're really not gonna notice it. I don't care that much. Character skins and stuff, I put a bunch of cosmetic mods on too. Just because I felt like playing the game again, and there's so many more mods for it now. I figured, why not? They've been putting out a lot of mods the past few months, so it's a good time to jump back in. Oh, that guy, that boss fight is so jank. I want to like that boss fight, but it's just so janky. It really is. It's incredibly janky. He just like randomly walks through moves whenever he wants. Like sometimes you can stagger him and sometimes you can't. It really doesn't feel good. Pinnacle of Combat's a damn good game, but it's definitely got some jank. Like things don't work the way they should. lots of little small things in the game, just like they don't work the way you expect them to if you played the the original games. All right, so here's what I've got installed. Let me move here. Look at this. As you can see, my DMC5 game is genetically modified. I installed a bunch of stuff. Mostly gameplay. I did put on a couple cosmetic mods. It's mostly gameplay. I changed the Bloody Palace, some Nero buffs in here, making his grabs invincible. I gave his old hair back. I installed that, the Pinnacle of Combat costume. Here's Shuri Kenjer. I'll go ahead and put that on. Just for fun, for a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to this. I'll put Johnny Young Bosch, rank announcer. Faster dash than Skystar with Dante, the cheat trainer, of course. The combination mod, which changes a lot of his mechanics. Parrying with Virgil, which is actually pretty cool. I put the DMC4 Judgment Cut cosmetic mod on. This increases the just Judgment Cut window by 3 frames. I mostly did that because I'm pretty sure Pinnacle of Combat has less strict windows for the Just Judgment Cut. And since I'm playing both games at once, I wanted it to be a little bit more consistent. But I didn't want it to just be completely easy. I want there to still be timing, just like not 8 frames. So I put that on. And this lets him do his trick dodge consecutively and in any direction. Yeah, that's basically what I installed. That's the gist of it. I did all this today, by the way. Almost all of it, except for the cheat trainer. It's good stuff. In Kingdom Hearts, I'm a lot less knowledgeable on that game, so I didn't really know what was good to get. I got some of the essentials, but not everything. No, I don't really think they're capable of doing moveset mods in this. I'm pretty sure they're not. They can mess with the existing animations and stuff and change the properties and the speed of them, but I don't think they can add, like, full movesets. They kind of already have that anyway. I have that mod where his air taunt, he does the second part of Rising Sun, which is basically the same thing as the Shuriken anyway. The ranged weapons in Pinnacle, they only have like a couple moves. Not like a large amount of them. There he is right there. That's beautiful. I like it. It's one of my favorite Rangers. There he is. What happens when I go into SDT? Does he go fire mode? No, he does! That's awesome! That's sick.
Okay. That was a good one.
I like it. He straight up goes into fire mode. He's got his base form in fire mode. I think I'll stick with this for tonight. I like this. Let's go fire mode. Yeah! That's fucking cool. He really did everything. Like the helmet switches around too. Like his vest is weighted clothing. When he goes fire mode, he flips his helmet around, and then he does the he takes the vest off. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Hey, wait a minute. Why isn't my trainer working? What happened? Oh, it's right here. Alright, I gotta change some things. I'm gonna save the settings. Is my controller not working anymore? Why'd my controller stop working? What gives? It's like not working. Ah. Why'd the controller stop working? It's like it's not adding focus. See if that fixes it. No, it's not. What the hell, man? Controller just like stopped working for some reason. I'm gonna back out of the game. It's weird. It's still working, it's just it's not, the controller wouldn't work. Let's try that again. Dude, what is going on? It's like not working anymore. What happened? Alright, thank you. Can my controller work, please? And my controller's not working anymore. What happened? What the fuck? Why would it just like randomly stop working? What the hell happened? Let me try disconnecting it. Yeah, I don't feel like doing tech support tonight, so if I can't get this working, I probably just need to like restart the computer or something. It's not that urgent. It just like randomly stopped working. When the computer would not go into focus on the game, it kept thinking it was all tabbed. I think that's what happened. Let's see.
Devil may cry.
Alright, we're good. That's all it took. That's what I figured. Turn it off and turn it on again.
Too easy! Fly! Party time! Now you... Oh, relax. Get them! Blast! Wreck it! Sick! Jackpot! Get them! Kissing goodbye! Get lost! Now go to hell! Good Wreck it! So fast! Now you... Too easy!
I'm not really a big fan of the Furies. I mean, they're better than the Blitz, but
Once more.
kind of boring. I haven't played in a while, so I don't remember the parry timings. But I don't want to mod them out. I've already modded a lot of the enemies out. Just for there to be some semblance of challenge. Well, the first thing is just annoying. Would you do what I tell you to, please? Would you stop teleporting? Like I have to wait for them. EDT too, which is even worse. Have like 90 gold orbs. Just trying to unlock Super Virgil so I can do... I'm gonna do a Legendary Dark Knight playthrough at some point. That's pretty much all I'm doing right now. So I think that'll be really fun with the mods.
Not so fast! We're at party time! Okay. Life was a good one. Sick. Too easy.
Ninja Storm is pretty divisive. Some people don't like that it doesn't take itself seriously. It's like one of the funniest Power Ranger seasons. Intentionally funny. They didn't really use anything from the Sentai at all. They pretty much had their own story for it, for the most part. They had an original villain that wasn't in the Sentai and stuff. But it doesn't take itself seriously at all. There are serious elements to it, but in a way it kind of lampshades Tokusatsu. Some people don't like that, but I really loved it. I was like 17 when that came out. Well past the target audience, but I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of really classic episodes in that. Like Lothor just constantly lampshades Tokusatsu, which I think is awesome.
Not so fast.
People take Tokusatsu too seriously. Like, yes, it's for kids, but it's got badass fight scenes and stuff, and characters can relate to. It doesn't need to be grim, dark, depressing. But people often feel like they have to validate watching it because they're an adult. Like, dude, if you want dark, depressing stuff, just turn on the news. You don't have to explain why you watch it to anybody. A lot of people still have that mindset. They want it to be super dark and depressing and stuff. It's like, well, you're not going to get that with a TV Y7 rated show. You're not going to get much of it, not as much as you want. And if you want that, you can just read the comics, because the comics are... I haven't read any of the comics myself, but the comics are basically like what Power Rangers would be if it was not bound to the Super Sentai. You know, they don't have any Sentai footage stuff to adhere to at all. They can make it more adult. Pretty much what all the older fans want.
Too easy.
They have like basically no limitations. Whereas with the show, they have like lots of limitations. Lots of stupid plot lines that don't make sense. Like Tommy being the White Ranger and then like acting like a kid, which doesn't make sense. He's supposed to be like in high school. All that was because of the Sentai footage. The comics are basically like we don't have anything holding us back. It's always bothered me about the adult Toku fandom. Like, you're not any less of an adult for watching a kid show. Like, most kid shows don't have badass live-action fight scenes. You don't have to validate it to anybody. Just fucking watch it. It's not that big a deal. People in their 70s watch Disney movies, even when they don't have grandchildren. It's like, is it really that much different? You're allowed to enjoy things for all ages.
Alright! Not so fast! Party time!
Yeah, Senpujin Harrier. That's one of my favorite Sentai mechs. era of Power Rangers is kind of weird. It's like there's stuff like SPD, which is like basically just Deca Ranger with English-speaking actors. And then there's stuff like Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, which have like almost nothing in common with the Super Sentai. Those are the more interesting seasons to me, personally. Those are basically the two types of Power Ranger seasons. Ones where they only use like the footage that's necessary and they don't just copy the plot. And then there's ones like Power Rangers Samurai, which is basically just watered down Shinkenger. Super Mega Force, which is like we're gonna completely ruin the Super Sentai entirely.
No. Hell yeah! Get lost!
I recommend watching, what was that episode called? Lost and Found in Translation. I think it's on the Power Rangers channel on here, legally. That's an episode of Dino Thunder where they actually play Super Sentai. Of course they don't call it Super Sentai in the show, it's like they got so famous that Japan wrote a show about them. In actuality, it's just Sentai footage.
No.
I don't know much about Maji Ranger, but I know people hate Mystic Force for a lot of reasons. But apparently the excessive amount they focus on the Red Ranger is because of the Sentai footage.
Not so fast! Party time! Now, okay. That was a good one. Party time! Kneel before. Check. So action. Check. Kneel before.
Well, you don't understand the adult tokusatsu fandom, how they get really obsessed with everything needed to be dark. I never really understood why. It's like, you know, most people don't care. It's like, just watch what you want. It doesn't matter. But people really get bent out of shape over it. It's like, it's totally fine. Watch stuff for kids. I mean, if I want depressing shit, I can just go watch the news. Or go on Twitter. Like, I don't always need it when I watch something. Like, I'm fine just, like, having something entertaining to watch. Okay, the mod's not working. It's weird. Let me try turning it off and on. Oh, it worked. Yeah, I heard they brought Lord Zed back. That's a little weird.
Party time! Relax.
I don't have TV at all, so I hear things about that show, but I can't watch it myself.
Okay, that was a good one. Get lost.
I heard that the current Power Rangers might be the last season.
Not so fast.
I don't know if that's true, but
Party time. Go to hell.
I heard they might, like, not base it on Sentai anymore. They might do, like, animated, which I think would be terrible. Because the thing about, like, tokusatsu is it's always shot on, like, a shoestring budget, but they have some of the best stunt teams in the world, so even if the story's trash, you're gonna get some sick fight scenes, and it's worth watching just for that. No matter how old or young you are, you can always appreciate that. And if they go animated, all that's gonna be gone.
Okay.
I'm not for that at all.
That was a good one.
Like, at that point, I would just keep watching the Sentai, if that is what they're going to do. I've heard rumors that they're going to do that, but I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, that would be garbage. I would not watch that at all. That defeats the purpose for me. Look at the first couple seasons of Power Rangers, especially the first one. Like, obviously shot on a shoestring budget. They used, like, the cheapest locations possible. they used way more Sentai footage, but they had really good fight scenes. So, yes, they were all filmed in the same location, with the same 5 songs playing all the time, but, you know, it's still like, even as a kid, you didn't really care. And if they go animated, you know they're gonna go cheap. They're not gonna get, like, some prolific studio to do it. I hope that's not happening, but at the same time, I can see why they would do that. Because a lot of those Sentai seasons they have left to get footage from, they're not really good. They're not really good for Power Rangers. They have Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger, which is about cops versus thieves. With everything going on in our country right now, they can't use that. There's no way they could use that. I mean, maybe they could get around it, but the Pat Rangers very clearly look like police officers, and that's not something they don't want to mess with right now. There's Q Ranger, but Q Ranger has too many Rangers. That show has like a dozen Rangers. They're not gonna want to. They would either cast like 6 or 7 of them and then have the rest be like barely there, which is something they experimented with in Power Rangers SPD. The 6th Ranger. You know, he was a normal character in the Sentai. He had a face actor and everything, but when they did SPD, they turned him into a literal ball of light. So he had like no character at all. I imagine they could go that route, but that might be what's pushing them towards doing it. It's the fact that they don't have that many seasons that they can use, despite being really far behind. A lot of the ones they have left wouldn't work very well. You know, Tokyuger is all about trains. Most kids in America don't care about trains, unless you live in like the East Coast, like Philly or, you know, the tri-state area. If you live there, you know, I grew up there, so I definitely went on trains and subways a bunch when I was little. But the rest of the country's not going to care about that, so I don't really think they could use it.
Not so fast!
I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they're doing it, if that is true. I feel like if they do get rid of live-action Power Rangers, it really would just be like not worth watching as an adult. Because it would have the same trappings that like shonen anime have. It's like, okay, we have this big fight scene coming up in the manga, like a couple episodes from now, so the next few episodes are going to be animated by, I don't know, Goldfish or something. The shoestring budget, they look really bad. We're going to blow all our budget on this one fight. And I don't really think that format really works for Power Rangers. It barely works for anime. Anime already has that problem of, you know, we need to have this shit on every week. And we know there's going to be a big boss fight. So we need to save as much money as possible, so every episode leading up to that boss fight is going to have like 2 frames of animation. And look really bad and make the viewers question why they're still watching it instead of just reading the manga. I don't want that to happen to Power Rangers. It'd be really unfortunate if that did happen.
Okay.
You can shoot a badass fight scene for nothing. You can't animate one for nothing. Yeah, but the comics are for adults. That's the thing. The comics are like specifically for adults. You know, they don't have ratings to worry about. They don't have to fit everything under a TVY7 rating. And whatever the Sentai footage is doing doesn't matter. You know, they have like a lot more creative freedom. I don't really think they can be compared.
Too easy.
They even have their own like Rangers. They have their own like original characters and shit. I think it's
Party
awesome.
time. Oh, relax. Go to hell. Go to hell. So passionate. Now
I mean, Power Rangers has always had... Pretty much any American tokusatsu has always been really limited by whatever the Sentai's doing. That's why people like the comics, because they like the characters, but... The number of problems with using the old characters. First is, depending on the age of the series, the actors are really old. They might not really be in shape to do stunts and stuff. And then there's the problem of making the suits. With the comic, they have like none of those limitations at all. They can do whatever the hell they want.
okay, okay. That was a good one. Hell yeah! Jackpot!
I won't fall.
Too easy! No, not so fast! Party time!
At the same time, if they did go animated, they probably could get a lot of the old cast back without the obvious physical limitations and shit. The physical in terms of like their physical shape, but like not having to go to New Zealand, because that's one thing that really holds back. A lot of the old actors coming back, they shoot in New Zealand.
Live party time!
Saban paid them like nothing, so
Good.
Like, understandably didn't want to, like, uproot their whole lives to go be a Power Ranger for a week. Better jobs they can get in LA. A lot of them want to come back, but they either aren't asked back. The fact that it's not filmed in LA anymore. They hold them back. I like this. Fucking cosplay. Looks so cool and so weird at the same time. I love it. I'm having fun tonight. Just chilling. I'm not gonna finish this tonight, obviously, but maybe later today I'll finish it. And get Super Virgil, and then I'm gonna do Legendary Dark Knight.
Alright! Go to hell. Good point. Get now fly. Party time! Yes. Okay. That's a good one. Hell yeah! Lights out. Get Now fly! So dumb. Oh, relax. Now right. Get one. Jackpot!
There's a randomizer for it, but it doesn't work like a retro game at randomizers where it changes everything. I haven't messed with that yet, actually.
Now fly! Now you now I'm goodbye! Hell yeah! Now too easy! Not so fast! Party time! Okay. That was a good one. Now slash! Let's have some fun. Good. Now get one. Now stop. Go to hell. Hell yeah! Go to hell. It's over. Light. Now silence.
What's coming out in October? I don't even remember right now. I'm too excited for Bayo 3 actually existing. I'm a senior citizen.
Party time! Okay. Good one.
I forgot about Tianding, huh? Yeah, I'll do that game. I don't think anybody really plays this game unmodded by this point. Everybody does this, just to a varying degree. They actually have not messed with gameplay mods for this game that much, so I'm having a lot of fun right now. It's been a very enjoyable stream. Just playing one of my favorite games, just modded to make it even more crazy. Good time. I'll probably do some Kingdom Hearts after this. Sorry, it's like, what, 1:30? Yeah, I can play a little bit longer. Probably am going to go to bed soon, though. I heard that ActRaiser remake is, like, not that great. I'm not going to buy that. Maybe when it's on sale or they, like, patch it or something. I was studying some footage of that earlier, and a lot of people are saying the art style is ugly, and they turn the sim parts into tower defense. And it really overstays its welcome. I noticed that much while I was watching people play it before I turned my stream on. That's still cool though, I mean that's a pretty influential game. Definitely one I grew up with. Cool to see it get that kind of recognition, even though they obviously got like some B-team studio to make it. You just tell from how it looks, it's like not Not an in-house Square Enix project. Actually, that's why I didn't stream over at my neighbor's house. I was doing research on the games that came out today. Apparently, the Advanced Collection is very good. All the speedrun glitches still work. Which is crazy to me. All those glitches still work. And all of the games, from what I've seen anyway, all of them still work. It's just random, but cool. I think they would have taken those out, but no. I don't think anybody's beaten the game yet. It's a lot longer than the original. No, I meant the remake. I think they probably will patch it. I don't know. Kind of random to bring back ActRaiser. I mean, it's a fondly remembered game, but it's also like a launch title, so not everybody really played it. It definitely is a game I grew up with. I just think it looks ugly as sin, and the fact that they made the sim parts worse is really strange, because, I mean, the sim parts in the original game were actually pretty fun, and they did not overstay their welcome, but it seems like they do in the new one. Oh, well, in a lot of those collections, they do patch, like, speedrunning glitches and stuff. They patch all the glitches. I guess they felt it wasn't worth it, which is awesome, because it means that you can legally buy those games and still do all that crazy shit. And you don't have to get the ROMs. I'm curious if it will actually be, if it has mod support. It might be like, it might be like how it worked when Kingdom Hearts came out on PC, where they basically just imported a lot of their code. They imported a lot of it over, and they got the randomizer up and running in like a week or two. It would be cool if that happens there, but I'm not a programmer. I don't know exactly what goes on there, but that did happen with Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of the mods got ported over pretty fast, because a lot of the code still worked. I remember when they used to mod Kingdom Hearts, the Japanese Final Mix version with Game Shark. I used to use Game Shark and Codebreaker. Those were the days, man. I would be fascinated watching those videos as somebody who does. I'm not like really big into Kingdom Hearts, but it would be it was fascinating stuff. Like the Kingdom Hearts community is like it's always been really hard for them to mod stuff because the games are always been stuck on console. But when PS2 emulation became a thing, they had a lot more freedom over it. They could get into the code and they could use cheat engine and stuff to mess around with the game. I definitely am really happy for that community. I'm not really a Kingdom Hearts fan that much, but I'm glad that they have PC ports. Those games definitely deserved them. I'm not like super big on the series myself, but it definitely was pretty shitty that those games were stuck on PC, not PC, but console for such a long time. Yeah, they used all those Game Shark, Codebreaker, and Action Replay to like play as Mickey Mouse and stuff. The modding community for Kingdom Hearts goes way back, like 14 years ago. It goes back like longer than most other modding communities. They've just had crappy versions of the game to work with. Now they don't, which I think is really cool. So let me see if there's any Kingdom Hearts mods right now. I'll go ahead and I'll look at that. And if I don't find anything, I think I'm just gonna go to bed. Let's see. See if there's anything else I feel like installing. I'm not as knowledgeable about Kingdom Hearts and how the gameplay works as I am DMC. It only took me like an hour and a half to set up all that stuff, but this is way more complicated. Let's see. Pull this up. I think this probably will be the last thing I do tonight. I'm a lot worse at Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry. Way worse. Let's see. I did want to play this game again. I was just kind of waiting on mods and not like having anything to play, which is kind of where I'm at right now. These are all the new moves they added, but I don't really speak Kingdom Hearts, so I don't know. I don't know what exactly this adds. I'd have to be guided on what to get. I just don't like Kingdom Hearts combat that much. I don't like how everything is tied to one button. It really just feels like you're button mashing. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into playing these games at a high level, but as somebody who's, a normie in this series, it really does feel like you're just pushing the button over and over. I'm actually getting pretty tired. I don't think Kingdom Hearts is going to happen tonight. I'm a lot worse at that game, and I'm playing it on a harder difficulty, which is not a good combination. The first playthrough I did, the first time playing the game, I actually was decent at it, but it's mostly just action game fundamentals and the fact that I watch a lot of speedruns for it. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. My stomach's actually churning. I should probably eat something and take my meds. Let's see, who's on Twitch right now? I think there's anything else. I'll have to ask and see what's good. There hasn't been any good mods for Arise. It's mostly been cosmetics. There haven't been any gameplay mods yet. That's why I haven't touched that game in like a week. Obviously, it's a lot easier to do texture mods than it is to, change the gameplay. So, I hope that Arise will get the same love that in modding that the other games I played today have, but I don't have a lot of faith. It's on the same engine as Kingdom Hearts 3, so theoretically, there's nothing really preventing that from happening. It's just somebody has to have the know-how, the know-how and the patience and the time to do it. I think if they made it had a way to like stagger bosses, and they had animation canceling, I probably would play through the game again. I think that would be enough. It's really hard to tell though. And just because it's on the same engine doesn't mean everything is constructed the same way. Both DMC5 and Kingdom Hearts 3, they have a lot of the things that make up the gameplay. They're in like really big files or large files, so you can't always change things one by one. Like if you change that file, then you try to change something else, then it will conflict. Yeah, I hope there will be, but I don't have a lot of faith. Good lord, that game needs help. That game needs desperate help in its gameplay department. I would love to play it again if the battle system was better, but I really struggled to get through it. I really didn't like the battle system at all. It was fun in small doses, but it just felt like it wasn't Tails. It just felt like I wasn't playing Tails. And I've already talked at length about it. I definitely am looking for mods for it, but there just really aren't any right now. I don't really want moveset mods. I think the moves are fine by themselves. It's just the battle system that surrounds the moves is what's not good. The stiffness of the characters and the stiffness of the characters on long animations you can't cancel out of, and all the armor. That's really it. I do have faith they'll make the battle system better. Yes, I do have faith that will happen at some point. It's just I'm not getting any younger. I wish they would just stop trying to dumb it down. They've been trying to do that for like 3 games now, and it just hasn't worked. Like, why do you have to dumb it down so much? You can still have it be accessible, but not be just devoid of depth like Arise Combat is. That's my main problem with it. Not every game can be Battle for the Grid. I wish they had the Battle for the Grid designers on Arise Combat. That would be a fucking amazing game right there. Alright, I'm gonna take my meds. I'll be right back. I think I might play some Kingdom Hearts. Wait for my meds to kick in, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'll be right back. I feel like playing the new Kirby? No. It looks like everything I don't like about the new Kirby games, so they're all just so slow-paced. I like the 2D ones. I think that was like the peak of Kirby. And he felt a lot better to control, and the game was faster-paced. Kirby, just as a series, is they haven't really just wanted to just put out the same game every year, which is commendable, but the new ones are a lot different than the older ones. I don't really think they really try to appease the boomers, the boomer fans like me. Even though I didn't really play Kirby that much as a kid, I did play the first couple of them. I think they just keep trying to reinvent it, which, I mean, seems to work. People seem to like them. It's just, if you like the fast-paced 2D pixel art, they haven't really given you anything to work with for a long time. And I mean, for such an ancient franchise, it definitely is pretty cool that they don't just put out the same game every year. It's just whether it's going to be your taste or not. It's up for debate. Ironically, Tails is trying to do the same thing, but by doing that, they're making it not Tails anymore. Kirby is still Kirby. You know, it's not fast-paced anymore. They don't do pixel art. They're very slow-paced games, and they're a lot easier and stuff. But you know, it's still Kirby. The core mechanics are always still there. But Arise just feels like we don't want this to be Tails anymore. And they announced that new mobile game today too. They showed gameplay of that, and it looks nothing like Tails. It looks like another generic action MMO mobile game with the Tails brand on it, and like nothing else. Let's see, what do I feel like doing before I go to bed? I don't want to play any long games right now. I have an idea. Alright, this is going to be the last game for tonight. Just going to play this for a bit and go night-night. I'm tired. I'm streamed quite a bit today.
Slipstream over here. Slipstream over here. Out of the way. Slipstream over here. Slipstream over here. Slipstream over here. Slipstream over here. Out of the way. Slipstream over here. Slipstream over here. Out of the way. Slipstream over here. Out of stop. Slipstream over here. Rip. Out of the way. Out of step. Slipstream. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Rip. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Out of the way. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Rip. Out of the way. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Rip. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Out of the way. Rip. Slipstream. Out of step. Over here. Slipstream. Out of step. Out of the way. Rip. Over here. Slipstream. Out of sight. See ya. I'll be back. See ya. I'll be back. Over here. Out of the way. See ya. I'll be back. Be right back. I'll be back. See ya. Be right back. I'll be back. Be right back.
It's like a way to do that where you can sandwich them. Probably like this.
I'll be back.
So specific timing where they will land behind Cat Ranger. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'll be back.
But I have like very little real life stamina right now.
Be right back.
I don't know if my brain can handle this game.
I'll be back.
This game just lets you do whatever the hell you want, pretty much.
Back.
Very open-ended.
I'll be back. See ya. Be right back.
I can't combo off that. I don't know how I did it that first time.
Be right back. I'll be back.
That doesn't work.
Be right back.
I'm not sure how I did that.
See ya.
It crosses up.
Be right back.
Well, it doesn't cross up, but it creates a sandwich.
See ya. I'll be back. See ya. Be right back. I'll be back. Be right back. I'll be back. See ya. Be right back. See ya. Be right back.
Oh, okay.
See ya.
Okay, I think I see how to do this.
I'll be back. Be right back. Out of sight. Over here. Rip. See ya. Over here. Up here. Out of sight. Out of the way. Present for ya. Shall we dance? Follow my lead.
No, that was sick. Wow, all that off a mix-up. That's awesome.
Be right back. Over. I'll be back. Out of sight. Out of sight. Slipstream. Over here. See ya. Be right back. Up here. I'll be back. See ya. Over here. Slipstream. Out of sight. 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 Over here. Out of the way. Slipstream. Out of sight. Over here. Slipstream. Out of sight. Out of the way. Over here. Slipstream. Out of sight. Over here. Slipstream. Out of sight. Over here. Out of the way.
I think I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm too tired for this big brain video game. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Should be the usual stream schedule today. I did want to finish DMD with Virgil at some point today. It's probably going to take like 2 streams to do it. Everything has a lot of health on DMD. They have lots of health. I'm more than halfway through now. So I want to try to get through that, and then I'll probably do a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, but I'm a lot worse at that game, so I don't think it's as interesting to watch compared to the other stuff I play where I'm a lot better at it. There should be a kitty sitting stream tonight. Most likely I'll do one. I just haven't had any new material for those streams. It's kind of just been I play Punishing Grey Raven and LNS Ultimate. It's probably kind of boring to watch. But if nothing's on tomorrow, if no interesting streams on, I'll do that. And then I'll probably do the standard after kitty sitting stream. Regardless, try to finish up DMC. That's what I feel like working on right now. DMC, and then trying Kingdom Hearts 3 with those mods and see if I like it more. I don't have any funds until the 1st. That Steel Assault game comes out in a couple days. I guess I can try to get a key for that. But I did try the demo for that game, and I didn't like it that much. It felt oddly slow-paced. I don't think I would buy that game blindly, even if someone donated for it. I think I'm gonna wait and see on that one. But October is gonna be really busy, so it's nice to just play old favorites again with all the mods. Both of those games I played today have a lot of mods I haven't really touched. October is going to be Dread, Tianding. I'd like to do Melty Blood at some point, but the thing that's kind of turning me off Melty Blood is the fact that it doesn't have crossplay. And like everybody's going to be on PS4. There's going to be nobody on Switch. Switch is going to be a ghost town, and then PC's probably going to be in the middle, and that's obviously where I'd prefer to play because there's less input lag. Everybody is playing wired for the most part. I did want to get that game, but it's like full price, $50. I don't know how much I'd play it. I think like fighting game wise, all I'm really interested in playing right now is Grid. My budget's going to be stretched pretty thin. Gaming budget or channel budget, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be stretched pretty thin next month, so I might have to wait on that one. I'll probably look at the player base, see how many people are playing it. I don't think it's going to be as successful as Strive, but I don't want to pay for PS Plus. I don't want to play on there at all. And then Switch, I already pay for online. I'm on a family account with my friend, but um, no, Switch fighting games usually has the lowest player base. Anything that's not Smash, which is ironic because Smash is like the worst online experience. But there's lots of people still playing that. Every other fighting game that gets a Switch port, it's usually like barely anybody on. Um, Other than that, I think that's really there's not going to be much else. I'll try to raise the funds to get all those games. It shouldn't be too expensive. Dread's going to be like the only full price game next month, but I obviously have adult expenses and shit. I have bills and stuff to pay, so we'll see. I will catch you guys. My meds actually really knocked me out. I don't really talk about this much, but my meds, I increased my dose when the pandemic started because just a lot of things happened in my life. My aunt died to it, and then just dealing with the pandemic in general was really hard for me. Not having a hangout, not being able to go on vacation, which is definitely something that has affected me this year as well. I dislocated my knee. I just had too many things going on. I like doubled my dose of my medication. It causes some side effects, weight gain for one, which makes my acid reflux worse. It also really knocks me out in the morning. Um, I'm like really tired. Now, a lot of that is my depression, but a lot of it is the meds as well. That's why I don't really stream in the morning. In the morning, I don't have that many things to do. It's mostly just lunch and my kitty sitting. I have to do that every day, and then whatever other adult shit I need to do, like errands and stuff, I knock that out in the afternoon. That is why I don't really stream in the morning. I try to stream in the morning, but my meds have been knocking me out. My psychiatrist is aware of it, but we both agreed that despite the side effects, I need to stay on it right now because you all have seen how much of a mess I've been lately with the personal shit I've been dealing with. Um, I'll try to stream more in the morning. It would give me more time during the rest of the day to do other stuff. I'll try to do that today, so I should probably get